Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
And the return pass. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always...
he's given it away! Can he get it through? That looks a cracking ball. Oh, shooting chance! This time, surely! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been cleared. Koundé. It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. Cross into the box. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Beckham. And he's had it nicked away. Nice looking ball. And he cuts out the supply. Dixon. Chelsea still without a single shot on target. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, big chance! Decent chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! The breakthrough strike! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Great vision.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of...
He's had a shot! He's scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And he's had a hit! Oh, what a big quick... Oh, he's been caught napping! Elects to cross. Baresi attempts a clearance. Out again for a throw-in. Dixon. Borussia Dortmund look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
That's a cute ball. Now it's Beckham. Thinks about the shot. Referee has just said play on. Lewandowski. Now, can they get him away? And it's Beckham. It's a searching pass. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's been won straight back.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
That's an imaginative pass. Kaka is wide and looking to get onto this. Guardiola.
Borussia Dortmund are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Great chance! And it's come back out to him. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Guardiola.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard. Van Nistelrooy. Real chance! He's got a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect.
And the half-time whistle goes. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 5, Robert Lewandowski.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Chelsea looking to pass their way through, looking for the run. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's quick to get it clear again. Rijkaard. Kimmich. Looking for a runner. Now that's well seen too.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he was quick to react. Looking to play him in. Mbappe! Guardiola. And Dixon. Chelsea needing a change of fortune here. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Hazard. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Koundé. Lampard has found the net here, of course. Guardiola. Nicely shaped ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Guardiola is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Chelsea needed that, they really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Great run on the overlap here. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's a good run down the left. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Beckham. Beckham with the cross. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's made its way to him. Crosses it in. Oh, what a climb! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Cannavaro. Probing pass. Oh, well played, well played. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Short changes him with that pass. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Rijkaard. Can he get on the end of this? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Searching pass he's played there. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro. Nicely weighted ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Mbappe. Chelsea are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And he's worked it through.
And the finish! He should have put that one away.
Mbappe really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund have their third corner.
Frank Lampard. Coming on the
Marquinhos
field
is there, and he can get that clear.
23, Xavi Simons.
Chelsea are looking to go forward now. He's going to be disappointed with that. Beckham. Rijkaard. Driving forward. Oh, perfectly measured that. And
He's having a shot! He scores! We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
it is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Number 10.
All
Substitution in
square
progress.
again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chelsea finding their passes. Xavi Simons. Kaka. Azar. Dink through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. And that is as far as it goes. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Your reflections then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card, so overall I don't too much about what they've got.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. The action has already started.
Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going...
Van Nistelrooy! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Number 9,
Borussia Dortmund are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Looking to play him in. Kimmich. Rijkaard. Chelsea are looking to break at pace. Kaka.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Lewandowski. That's been slipped through. Kaka receives it in a good position here. Chelsea leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Shot, surely!
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Van Nistelrooy.
And he shoots! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Kaka. Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. Beckham. Lampard. Kaka. Vardiol.
And he's had a hit! Magnificent! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Looking for options for movement. Looking for the run. And this is Lampard.
He is through here!
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair.
Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Nicely shaped ball. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That is a little undercooked. Dixon, and he's got his cross in. Triol goes back to front. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Searching pass he's played there. Chips it through. Yep, it's a corner. Borussia Dortmund with the corner, they're first. Marquinhos getting this one clear. Chooses to go back. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's headed upfield. It's a good foot in there. Now it's Kaka, and it's made its way to him. Guardiola kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Chance here to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Azar. And it's Rijkaard. Kaka. Now he's got space here. No luck with that dink over the top. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Beckham. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Neatly clipped into space. Goes for a shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Lampard. Kaká. And the half-time whistle goes. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Chelsea are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Guardiola given the lift of his goal. Dink through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And there's green grass ahead of him. Good read, needed to be. Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. He's going for goal! Decent enough try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Guardiola. And Azar. Great vision. It's a pretty loose pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Gets into some space. In it comes.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
The attendance for this match was
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Marquinhos. Oh, that's well spotted. Lobbed in behind. Hakimi. And here's Mbappe. Rijkaard. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Lampard. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Not the most accurate pass. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has a look up. Azar.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Azar. Beckham. Probing pass. Can he get it through? And this is Azar. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's a cute ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Rijkaard. Cannavaro.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
No, that's been intercepted. Triol. Rijkaard. Can he get on the end of this? Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Guardiola. Well, that looks a decent ball. Beckham with the cross. Oh, important interception. Picked out brilliantly. Kaka.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Beautifully weighted. Mbappe. And he's managed to get free.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Chelsea moments now away from seeing this one out.
There will be 1
Guardiola.
minute added time.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Rijkaard. It's Lampard! Lampard! A legend of his time! He's got himself an absolute peak. And that is as far as it goes. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was
today,
always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. We have already started here. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
That's really well manoeuvred, and the counter is on. Aims beyond the defence. Kaka! Well, now it's a race for the ball. It's Asa! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now he's got space here. Cannavaro makes the interception.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Marquinhos. Chelsea yet to have an attempt on goal. Beckham. Now it's Lewandowski. Hakimi. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Dixon. Threads one in. Crossed into the middle.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And this is Hazard. Beckham. Borussia Dortmund trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. But he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's a cute ball. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's an imaginative pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Beckham. Turns back here, probably the best option. It's a pretty loose pass. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Out towards the flank. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, it's Rijkaard. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Played into space. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Vardiol. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Beckham. Looking for options for movement. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Chelsea with the corner. They're first. And that could well leave them up. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And a quick reminder today that parking in
back
the
on the
area
first
around the
45
stadium
minutes.
is strictly
Well,
forbidden.
simply put, Peter,
Please use
they haven't
parking
been
provided
good
by
enough
the
to
club or
trouble
any
the
other paid
opposition.
parking facilities
They
in the area.
need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Griezmann. Rijkaard. Beckham. Looking for the run. Baresi gets over and intercepts. And it's been played through. And that's an excellent interception. Now this could be a chance. And he shoots! Goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Chelsea have Van Nistelrooy! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Short changes him with that pass. And it's Griezmann. Ambitious ball here. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Oh, a delicate chip through. He's had a hit!
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines.
60,810.
Hazard.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He has found the way through. Triol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Knocks it into space.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nicely shaped ball, nicely worked. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Beckham. Lovely bit of skill. And he's been shifted off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Lewandowski. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Take back. Borussia Dortmund finding their passes. Van Nistelrooy is onto this. Van Nistelrooy.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Griezmann. Now it's come to nothing. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
Guardiola. Rijkaard. Rijkaard has created one goal already.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
No, that's been intercepted.
Borussia Dortmund really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Griezmann looking to penetrate opposition lines. Lewandowski, and he's had it nicked away. Chelsea close now to seeing this one through to the end. Tries to pass it through. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
For one of our fan club members.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up.
Griezmann! Oh, what has happened here? Played in with purpose. What has ended up in no man? Lewandowski! And that is great goalkeeping.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Rijkaard. And it's Beckham. Guardiola stands tall and stands strong. Well timed, excellent interception. Dixon. Marquinhos. They played for Rijkaard. Looking for options for movement. Guardiola. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. What a throw in. Nicely weighted ball.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Chelsea have it back and can go again. Rijkaard. Griezmann. Now it's Lewandowski.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner. They're first. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, super, real chance! He's scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Chelsea are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And the pass is intercepted. Jorginho. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. That's really well manoeuvred. That's the keeper's ball. Searching passes played there.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Griezmann. Passing is crisp and sharp. Beckham. And it's Guardiola. That's a lovely, neat pass. Tries to play it through. And he's intervened well there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's an excellent interception. Beckham. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. It's Griezmann! It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Guardiola. That's a cute ball. Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Cleared without complication. Now it's Beckham. Tries to get it clear. Quality ball. Not the most accurate pass. Out to the right. Played back in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Borussia Dortmund clear.
He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
And now,
reflections on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Chelsea are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 7, Jorginho. Number 10, Hakimi. Number 1, Jan Oblak. Number 19, Griezmann. Coming on the field, number 14, Joshua Kimmich. Number 20, Jules Koundé. Number 12, number 17, Mbappe.
Here we go again then.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Kimmich. Knocks it out wide. Guardiola. Some really good ball movement. Well, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Fired deep towards the back post.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Azar can see things others simply cannot. That'll be a throw. It's a pretty loose pass. Played into space. Chelsea are still that goal to the good. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, that's clever.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Rijkaard. Looking for the run. Van Nistelrooy! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
The attendance for this match was
Mbappe.
60,332.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Borussia Dortmund really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Lewandowski. He's tried one! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And here's Mbappe. And the ball is out of play. That pass has been well intercepted. Azar. Well, nicely intercepted. Guardiola. Rijkaard. Kimmich. Nice looking ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. More and more pressure on the ball here. Rijkaard.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Beckham. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Pass somewhat off target. Dixon. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Kaka. It's Kimmich. Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Azar. Out towards the flank, back into the middle.
Borussia Dortmund really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great vision. He's being a chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Van Nistelrooy has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Dixon shapes to shoot! Off the post! And it's bounced out off the woodwork! And that's gone route one. Mbappe chasing after it. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Turn towards the screen for a special presentation.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And already we're underway here. With so many teams that tries a shot! This time surely! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rijkaard. Chelsea have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Chelsea with the corner, they're first. Dixon. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Mbappe, and that is a little undercooked. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, there's a probing ball. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And that's put paid to a promising move. Passing is crisp and sharp.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he was quick to react. Dinks one through. Mbappe! Tried the volley, but no.
Mbappe cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Nicely shaped ball. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Played out wide. Dixon. And it's Guardiola. Ball played for Rijkaard. That's a good ball. It's a sharp pass. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Danger averted for now. Hakimi. Mbappe. Conte. Aims beyond it. Shoots! Well, there's the clearance. And it's Kaka. Driving on and making good progress.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pass is just off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Referee's given a throw. Kaka plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Kimmich. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Mbappe. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Guardiola. Kaka does really well to win the ball there. It's a searching pass.
Van Nistelrooy really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Mbappe!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Rijkaard. He's away! He's having a go! It's bounced back off the post. Crosses it in. Cannavaro with the clearance. Triol. He's going to be disappointed with that. Oblak. And Gvardiol. And it's Kimmich. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Chelsea, they're in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we are back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
That is a great pick-out. And they're not going to make any further progress now. It's come to nothing.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Rijkaard. He's had it taken off him. The defender is not giving up on this. It's Lewandowski! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
And he cuts out the supply. Guardiola. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard. Still just a single goal between the sides. He rises! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
The attendance for this match was
Ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And this is Lewandowski. Now, this could be a chance. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Borussia Dortmund really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
And it's Kimmich. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Van Nistelrooy. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard. Oh, that's well spotted. Gvardiol. Ambitious ball here. Dixon. Some good work on the right flank here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Rijkaard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Chelsea have their second corner now. Oh, what a climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Can he finish? Kante gets good distance on it. Plays it up, he gets big!
Oh, this team is relentless. They have a way of playing, and there's no compromise.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No luck with that dink over the top. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, it's Rijkaard, spread it left. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, shooting chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. He's got away. Not the most convincing of passes.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Chelsea close now to seeing this one through to the end. And that is as far as it goes. Chelsea have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Van Nistelrooy, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
We would like to ask you all to kindly stay
What are your
seated
thoughts on
during
today's
the
game
match.
then, Jim?
Thank you
And there's a
for your
lot more
cooperation.
to read into this game than just the scoreline.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.